Hello, my name's Chris Dorr. I'm a Twisted Hobbies team pilot. What we have here today is, I haven't quite come up with the name yet. I'm thinking to call it Zilla because it's so big. So an FPV quadcopter where everything is contained within the boundaries of the frame. Battery, electronics, GoPro. There's also room for an FPV camera up front, a transmitter on the back, plenty of room also too for auxiliary batteries. The legs are breakaway nylon screws in case there's a crash. Everything else should be contained within the roll cage. It takes a 2600 4S battery pack. These are 50-gram 1000 kV motors with 9.5 props. And there is also a camera gimbal on the front of this, so when you're doing your FPV and you're wearing your goggles, you can keep the horizon in view. The camera will tilt in the pitch axis. FPV is first-person view. Lots of people will fly with like a 6 or maybe 10-inch screen. There's also a lot of people flying with goggles, like Fat Shark Dominator goggles. So then you're fully immersed in the flying experience. It's always good to have a spotter in those types of situations because you can't see what's going on around you. Your only view is what's from the nose of your aircraft. This machine, because it's an FPV ship, is designed to fly fast and stable, and not necessarily something you're going to want to go out and do flips and rolls with, but a high-speed chase plane type stuff and aerial views with panning and GPS. Oh, it's very satisfying. There's certainly some challenges in the beginning, trying to get everything lined up, and bringing all the pieces together and taking all the different components and how they have to work together into consideration. So there's lots of thought that goes into it, and already even on this one there's a list of probably 20 or 30 items that I want to change for version 2. So this design came about because on other quadcopters out there of similar size, the frames are constructed in such a way that you have to hang all of your electronic gear on the outside. So it's all vulnerable to damage should something go wrong and you crash. That was one of the primary design intents for this one, was to keep everything contained within a roll cage, so to say. So on this design we have the vertical frame members and everything within the boundaries of that. So if you crash, the legs will break away, the body will protect all of your electronics. The legs and putting new arms on it is an easy task. Everything is easily accessible. So it's designed to break away and protect your components. It's definitely heavier because you have your electronic gear on it. Fun is a relative term, I suppose. Lots of people like to do the flips and the rolls and stuff like that. The fun for this one, I believe, comes in flying smooth and being able to shoot nice video. The whole thing is designed around the GoPro on the front and being able to control the camera, the GoPro, and potentially an FPV camera with a pitch gimbal. So when you're in fast forward flight in FPV, you always have the horizon in view. That was, besides all the components being contained within a roll cage, those were two primary design intents. Anytime you're flying over people, there should be precautions. A spotter. Definitely alarms and stuff on your battery levels, and some sort of I guess plan for if something does go wrong and it comes down. There's certainly lots of different things that can go wrong. Lots of times it's maybe lack of proper maintenance. Maybe there's some interference. So if you have an experienced pilot that's able to fly in manual mode and potentially maybe even to have some degree of control with the loss of one motor on a hex or an octocopter, they can still bring them down, maybe not completely gracefully, but avoid the people.